Edda for being wanting to end my relationship because my fiance wants to spend Christmas with his daughter and ex-wife. I, F29, met my fiance, M35, 5 years ago. He had a 2-year-old daughter who he has shared custody of with his ex-wife, F40. I always admired his friendship with his ex and how they're raising their daughter amicably. The first Christmas he told me that he was going to spend it with his ex-wife and baby. He stays the whole 3 days, 24 to 26. I didn't even think about it because we were been dating for some months only. I usually fly home to my parents on Christmas anyway. This happened every Christmas afterwards and I was fine. He proposed to me in February. Yesterday he asked me if I was going to buy my flight to my parents early so I don't need to pay 3 to 4 times the cost if I buy it around Christmas. I was surprised. I told him that I thought that we could do Christmas together this year. He said what? We, his ex and he, always celebrate Christmas together for the daughter's sake. I told him that it was not okay now we are engaged to be married. I asked him why they don't do alternate Christmases or days like other divorced couples, but he said no, we promise to make our daughter's life as normal as possible. I started thinking after his words. I don't know how this will work in the future. After 5 years together, I'm still shipped away every Christmas, and I know it's for the little girl who I adore, but I feel sick to my stomach. I think I want to end the relationship, but he thought I was being so selfish and horrible. I feel horrible too, but I don't see any future with him. Update: fiance just got home and showed me a text he got from his ex. He told her basically that he was planning to include me in this Christmas. Her answer was long and harsh, saying that I wasn't really family yet and that she wasn't comfortable with a stranger in her house. Then she accused him of being weak and prioritizing a woman over his daughter who's in a sensitive age now. So he asked me that maybe not this year, but next year I'm definitely family because we will be married and his ex won't have any other excuses. I feel more conflicted now. Could I stay another year and hope it gets better? Or should I just cut my losses when he obviously isn't trying to support me? I know it's his daughter he's thinking of and he doesn't want to make waves, but I feel like I'm nothing right now. Comments: this is strange for long term. Have a serious discussion about what the future looks like. Once you have a family, the dynamics will change for his daughter and your future children. If he is planning on factoring in the ex's opinion long term, you gotta move on now. Thank you. I felt doubt that maybe it wasn't my place to ask him to be with me this Christmas. Like I'm not that important in his life. That's what I'm wondering as well. If he is not allowing her to go with him for Christmas, it seems extremely insensitive, but at the same time I could see the whole keep it normal for their daughter. This situation is messy due to a young child who doesn't understand divorce yet. She does understand divorce since she's been living with us every other week. If she understands, then I think it's fair if you get some Christmases for yourself and she gets them before or after Christmas, like divorce should be, and other years she gets the Christmas day and you see your parents. Kinda strange to consider breaking the engagement that fast. Talk it out with your fiancé. Maybe he doesn't understand your pain. I don't know how to make him understand my pain. I asked him why he isn't doing like any other divorced people, and honestly I even think it's healthier for the little girl. When I asked him how he will do when we have children, he said, well, they will have me all year. What is a Christmas compared to a whole year? He later told me he was joking around, but I don't know. It didn't feel like a joke. OOP on the breakup with the ex cheated on and left him for her AP when she got caught. AP went back to his wife after a couple of months, but my fiance didn't take his ex back. She tormented her AP's wife, who also just found out her marriage is over. She tormented her everywhere to the degree the AP and his wife reconnected. She found out she was pregnant and it was my fiance's. He wanted shared custody from the starter. He will reject her no matter if he was single or not, because even if he doesn't say it and pretend otherwise, he doesn't even like her or her personality. Once I heard him talking to his mom and saying that he can't even believe he once liked her. Then he said, never mind, as long as she's a good mother and we get along, that's the most important. Beside these 3 days, my fiancé has no interest in calling or texting his ex about anything but his daughter. If he wanted more, he would have wanted her the rest of the year too. He is even too grateful when I pick the little girl from her mother sometimes because he can't stand her manners or personality. These 3 days are spent with other family members. Both his ex's family, but his as well. Not only him with her. The ex cheated on him and he never wanted anything to do with her since he found out. And according to many in the family, the love was gone even before her affair. They weren't happy. And he was firm, saying no each time his ex tried to get back together with him or asked for marriage counseling. When he found out the child was his, he still didn't want anything to do with the ex. Just custody 50%. I know it is romantic for people here to ship them together, with no regards to my feelings, and honestly, if they do, I totally understand. At least the little one can have her parents together, but I know that the chances are slim to none. But you can believe whatever, and I won't delete this comment even if I find downvotes to be hurtful. I know my fiancé well. He will sure move on if we break up, but with another woman, and hopefully he learns from his mistake with me and set better boundaries with his ex about holidays and including his partners. OOP also reveals, TBH, I'm 8 weeks pregnant and I hesitated to write it here, but I haven't told him yet. Then I asked him about our future children and him not being around every Christmas, and he replied that it's only fair. It broke me. Verdict NTA. My fiancé has told his ex that he's having Christmas in our place this year. Hell broke loose. August 23, 2023. My fiancé and I have been in constant conversation about what happened, and I have sensed that he is basically terrified of rocking the boat. I don't know if he is scared of his ex or something, but he kept saying that his daughter is the one who's going to pay should he and his ex start fighting. Anyway, he said that he understands that this wasn't an ultimate solution and that he and I are a family now. He said he will talk to his ex about new arrangement. He's done that now and told the ex that he wanted Christmas at our house this year. As per their custody agreement, Christmas and other holidays should be on alternate years with each parent, and that she's welcome to spend Christmas Eve with us since she doesn't feel comfortable with having me at her house. She called him about 100 times, screaming and hauling insults at him, telling him he was a moron choosing pussy, I'm sorry, over his own daughter, and that he is a worthless coward and a piece of garbage. He stopped answering her after a while. She sent him email last night that she's going to talk to her lawyer to get full custody and threatening that he will never see his daughter again. I was shocked because I have never seen her escalate like this, and I feel guilty for starting this whole thing. I apologized to my fiancé, but he said that it wasn't my fault and that he knew this would happen, but that it was time to take this battle as he always knew he would need to sooner or later. He didn't sleep and has been sad, but he said he wasn't worried about her threats because she can't do anything, but he hates that she is probably going to use his daughter against him when he promised himself to never do that. He said he has been compliant all these years for his daughter's sake, but he always knew this day was coming when he can't just be a doormat anymore. I don't know what to do now. I still feel responsible for what happened, and I hate seeing him distraught and sad. I haven't even told him we are expecting either. I feel empty. Verdict NTA. Comments. Can't he use these threats and emails against her in court? I don't think that she will win. I'm pretty sure she's going to lose more than him. He said he can. It was like this when his daughter was born and she tried to pressure into getting back together with threats and intimidation about not giving him custody or letting him see her. That's why he isn't worried about her, but now I understand why he has been so reluctant to take matters into his own hands. He knows his ex, and he knows his daughter will end up being the one hurting seeing her parents' true colors. I told him that I was fine with spending this Christmas with my parents this year. He said no, he needs to put his foot down. Wow, no wonder she's his ex-wife. This isn't a normal reaction, obviously. Save everything in case there really is a custody fight. Threatening him could be considered parental alienation. Good for your husband do making a stand. Clearly this will affect his daughter, but that is on the ex, not him. It's her rage that will traumatize the kid. Between calls and missed calls, she's contacted him 105, around 60 texts, and 2 professional emails. She just texted an apology to him and that she overreacted. She wants to discuss matters civilly now and asking to meet. Well, we are supposed to pick her up tomorrow, but her mother just sent an email that she's having her this week because they're going on a trip. They have been more flexible before with the weeks, but the timing this time made my fiancé upset. Like, this is not the first time it happens, because like isn't always predictable, and sometimes they just take more than a week or less, etc. But he doesn't like that she would do that now when they're having problems. He has agreed, however, because the girl seems to be very excited. My female friend kissed me and I kissed her back. It made everything awkward. What should I do? I, 24M, don't know WTF happened yesterday. She, 23F, is not exactly my best friend, but just a friend. Every students were given some responsibilities for college cultural festival. We, me and she, were given a responsibility for the decoration part. I have helped her in her studies earlier. So, our relationship was very friendly. We were planning some decoration ideas. She is actually very outgoing in nature. She was continuously praising me for my ideas. Come on, at least help me instead of just throwing compliments. I went to order all the important decorative materials, and she also came along with me. So, we were there in university till 8 p.m. Some of my classmates were there, but as their part was done, they quickly left. I was also very exhausted and was dreaming about going home. We took permission from our festival authority members and left. She was thanking me for doing all the works and then suddenly kissed me on my lips. I was surprised at the moment, and I don't know why I reflexively kissed her back on her lips and she didn't resist me. We continued to kiss for almost 2 minutes. Honestly, it was my first kiss. I loved her smell. Our hearts were beating fast, and I still can't believe that I kissed her back. Fortunately, there were nobody around us at that late night. At the moment, I forgot everything and got lost in the very moment. I was feeling connected to her. Then suddenly, I stopped myself and distanced myself from her. I was feeling extremely embarrassed at the moment, and she was most likely feeling the same. I somehow told her sorry because everything became awkward between us. She was also continuously saying me sorry. I don't know what were we doing at the moment. She was blushing a lot. I was feeling very awkward and feeling like I have done wrong and I should not have kissed her back. I didn't talk to her anymore out of embarrassment and quickly left. I am still feeling guilty for what I did. She is also behaving in very awkward way today and kind of ignoring me. I don't know what should I do. I feel like our friendship is destroyed now. I want to revive it again. What should I do? I need advice. Update August 27th, 2023. This is an update of an original post as many Redditors requested update about the matter. You can check the original post in my profile. At the first, I want to thank you all who gave me advices and courage to face her. Our friendship is actually almost 3 years old, so I was terrified when such things happened between us out of nowhere. We kept avoiding each other and didn't talk much throughout Friday and Saturday. I invited her to a cafeteria today. She accepted my invitation. Initially, I was again feeling shy, but she was looking happy. Maybe I took too much pressure. We were talking about the upcoming festival plans of university and other random matters. I was still not able to come up with the incident happened that night. I have a bad habit of procrastinating. I was just thinking in mind, I will tell her sometime later. But it's a never-ending loop. Although we enjoyed many things together while we were hanging out and we had dinner at the end. Finally, we headed back towards our home. We were walking together, but I noticed she was looking at me several times. Maybe she wanted me to accompany her to her home because it was almost 9 p.m. She thanked me for coming with her. Finally, I accumulated my courage and stated her my opinions about that night. She was blushing like hell at the moment when I stated her about my feelings. Her face was all red. I also apologized for pushing her away and explained that I was freaked out the moment. But then she informed me that she already knew that I have a crush on her. There was an awkward quietness between us which lasted for almost 10 to 15 minutes because my brain was blank at the moment. I didn't know what to say now. After some time, she said that she had a relationship before, but her ex cheated her and disrespected/abandoned her. When we reached near her place, she again took the initiative and kissed me. This time we didn't hesitate it anymore and kept kissing for a longer time because we already know about our feelings. It was most amazing feeling of my life. I got lost in the moment. She held me tight and I can't really explain the feeling by words. I can only remember that our hearts were beating super fast. Then I told her to share any worries with me if she feels comfortable sharing with me because I feel like she is kind of wounded due to her past relationship. Hope I can provide her necessary emotional support she needs. We said each other good night and left. It was an amazing feeling of my life. I still can't believe that I did it and it feels like a dream now. I feel so warm and fuzzy inside when I realize that someone loves me this much. Her blushing face was the most amazing thing. She looks very cute when she flusters. OMG, I can't explain how adorable she is. What do you think about these stories? Write your opinion in the comments. Also, subscribe to the channel. Love you.